visit us again.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Hi, Gary.
Hey, Gary.
Morning.
How's it going?
It's going.
What's your own pad?
Yeah. Yeah. When you have certain surgeries, you have more padding.
Oh, yeah.
2 years ago, I had a biopsy done on my prostate. They didn't get the antibiotics to me in time, and I developed gangrene.
Oh,
So they had to do emergency surgery on the scrotum.
Ugh.
And it helps to have padding when you sit.
oh, I imagine.
So how are we
For
doing?
sure.
Doing well, and you?
Been better.
Been better.
Ain't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get my letter?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Okay.
I think I got it like Thursday
I didn't know if it would get here in
or
time.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay. Are you hungry?
I had breakfast this
We
morning.
brought you Hardee's. You don't want it? Okay. We'll give it to one of the guards then, I guess.
Got some water.
You want water?
I might need some of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So obviously we came back down to talk, about the ones that you mentioned in your letter. So, we brought a friend with us this time, Detective McNamara with Maryland Heights. Because I'm O'Fallon, there's Lincoln County, and then Maryland Heights. Do you mind if he comes in here, sits in here while we talk?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
He's a nice guy, so, I think you'll like him. Can't believe you passed up fast food after all these years and not having fast food.
Well, my teeth aren't glued in and they don't fit tight enough. And I had breakfast and I, appreciate it, but that's okay.
Okay.
There'll be somebody.
Yeah.
You throw it out in the zone,
Yeah.
the vultures will come.
Well, yeah.
Are you recording this?
Yeah, it's recording.
Have you done the others too?
We have to, by law.
Okay.
So, and that way you don't have to write anything down.
Yeah. Somebody has to transcribe it.
I know, that's me.
Oh, okay.
That is me. So it helps me so I don't have to take all these notes,
Yeah. Save time
Yeah.
one way and use up time another way.
Right. Because that would be a lot of note taking. So, and I don't want to have any miscommunication,
Yeah.
with note taking. That kind of happens. So,
Gary, this is Chris McNamara.
Hi, Gary. How are you?
Now,
Chris. How
what
are
are you
you?
doing?
I might get past you there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Brought his own water.
I did.
he's a smart guy. All right, well, obviously we're here again, so we got to go over the paperwork first real quick, and then we'll get into, what we're here for, so. All right, there we go. All right, before we ask you any questions, you must understand your rights. You do not have to make a statement or answer any questions. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to your lawyer for advice before you are asked any questions, and to have the lawyer present with you during questioning. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, and if you so desire, one will be appointed for you for any questioning. If you decide to answer questions and or make a statement now, you will have the right to stop answering questions and remain silent at any time. If you'd like to talk to us, sign the waiver.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So have you thought any more about, I put a couple questions in there.
Yeah, some of us,
Okay.
yeah.
A couple things come to mind or anything?
Not really. I mean, I don't remember. I know I didn't put anything in with any of the deceased. It might be it sat outside my house for a week or two in
Okay.
the winter time, so I don't know if that would account for a low odor or no odor or whatever.
Okay, so they sat outside your house?
One or two of them did, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And when we say one or two, are they the ones that we've already talked about? So we talked to one with the mattresses, and then we talked about the one.
No, the one that I wrote in a letter, the car wash. She sat outside the house for a while.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? Do you remember where you first came in contact with her?
Probably down in South St. Louis somewhere.
Okay. All
I
right.
mean, some of the things are vague. I don't know if have a mental block on it, or I just don't remember, or
Sure.
you know,
What do you remember about that one?
not really that much except for a metal barrel. Kind of like, I don't know if it was an oil drum or it had a split rim on it to
Okay.
keep the lid on.
Do you remember where you got the oil drum
Oh, I
from?
sure don't.
Okay.
And we're talking about the one in the car wash, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you remember bringing her back to the house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you remember anything after that?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay. Do you remember what you did to her to be able to put her in that drum?
besides take her life,
Can you tell us about taking her life?
hmm
Can you tell us about taking her life?
just that for some odd reason, I took her life. And I've been racking my brain trying to think of what I call, whether it makes sense or not, a really dark part of my life. I mean, I've been racking my brain trying to figure out what would make me do that. You know, what snapped, what popped, what caused it, where the intent was.
You say taking her life. Do you remember how you did it?
I know there was one, maybe two, that was like with twine or a shoelace or some kind of apparatus.
And what did you do with that twine or shoelace?
Left it with him. I'm not real sure. It's like, I don't know what happened with their clothes or
Okay.
any of that. I mean, not to make feeble excuses, but 30 some odd years ago, I can't remember all the specific details.
Sure.
You know,
When
the
you
basic stuff is, I'm good for, I did it.
when you say twine or shoelaces, what was the cause of death would have been? I mean, what would you have done with the?
Do what now?
What would you have done with the shoelaces or the twine that you're talking about?
Strangled him.
Okay. Do you remember doing that?
With one of them, I do believe, yeah. I'm not real positive which one.
Which one do you remember doing it to? Which one do you remember doing it to?
I said, I don't,
You said one of them.
yeah, I'm not sure in what order, which was the first and which was the last. I'm thinking of one along the highway was probably the last one.
Which there was a few on the highway. Do you know which one specifically?
Okay, what was that, Highway 61 going up through Troy?
Uh-huh.
Okay, because at first I thought it was 64, but it's watching the news and weather, 61. And then one of them along, I believe, Interstate 70. And those are the only two that I can recall where I left the remains on the highway or in close proximity. Because one in Maryland Heights, that was on a It wasn't a service road, but it wasn't on Page, it wasn't on highway. It was off like an apartment complex.
It feels like a service road. That road does. I don't know if you remember back then how Page ended right there. And then they had some pretty popular apartments there on the right.
Yeah, it ended right at Bennington?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that area is like Baston and those.
It probably
areas.
changed a little bit in 30 years.
It has. That Page goes all the way out to the river and crosses the river.
Yeah.
Which was always the plan, I think. But
Yeah.
yeah, and then if you took a left, you went over to the Moolah, Fifi, the old Fifi.
At Fifi and Ross Road.
Yeah.
And you worked there, right?
Yeah.
What did you do there at Shriners?
Building maintenance, kind of like I had a crew to keep it clean, organized, worked a lot during circus week.
Okay.
Every group or function or unit had monthly meetings, and they'd call me and I'd make sure they had the supplies in a room. Once a month they had a business meeting and a dinner, and supplies were ordered and delivered across my desk.
So you mentioned one alongside the highway, so either the one on 61 or the one on 70, you said?
Why not?
You mentioned you were talking about the one alongside the highway.
Yeah, I'm thinking there's only two of them that I left along the highway, and that was one on 61. I think that was probably the mattresses. And then the piece of furniture or the wooden box was on 70 westbound. Okay.
So
The one in Maryland Heights, the one at the car wash, a young lady down in some park in South St. Louis, I believe it was off Broadway, near a VFW or American Legion. Yeah.
yeah. So you said you remember taking the life or strangling one of them, the one that you dumped alongside the highway. Which one would that be? So out of the two.
Well, apparently I took the life of all of them. Or you
Sure.
tied everything together.
Right. But what you said you remember one specifically of doing that.
Not specific.
Okay.
I know there was one. I'm not real certain how they all died, except for did I strangle with my hands with a rope, smother them?
Do you remember smothering any of them?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
These were young ladies, and from just looking at their pictures, they look like they might have been a little feisty. Did you have to fight any of them? Do you remember any retaliating or trying to fight you back or hitting you or anything like that?
No, 'cause I'm almost sure it started out with sex for pay.
And was it just easier not to pay them, I mean, it was free sex, so to speak.
I'm thinking they got their money before they got in, or right after they got in the vehicle,
Okay.
before we went anywhere. And I'm almost sure there were probably a few that we stayed in the South St. Louis area. Pay them, they do their thing, and I go on home about my business. And then a couple of them that I took up to my house.
Seems like the five we've talked about were all at your house. The ones that
Yeah.
so there was five actually. Their lives were taken, and I think you said all five of them were at your house at one time.
Yeah. I'm almost positive that's where the homicides took place, in my house.
Would there have been any other place that you could think of where you would feel safe enough to do that, other than your house?
No. And even having a pay-as-you-go relationship, I felt more comfortable in my home And there were others, I'm not sure how many, one or two, that went to my house, and I took them back to where they were when I met them. Nothing happened to them. That's why I'm racking my brain of...
With the ones that you said that nothing happened to them, were they, I'm trying to figure out the progression, would they have been before the other 5 that were strangled?
Oh, I sure don't remember.
I'm just kind of curious as to why one and not the other, or not all of them.
So am I. I mean, what snapped, or I don't know what the proper word usage is, to make me do these deplorable acts to a couple of them and not others? I mean, I don't have any answers to that. Maybe in time it'll come to me, but I can't guarantee it.
So you mentioned, so the one on 61 with the mattresses, you had written in your letter about the coat hangers.
It was some kind of wire that held the 2 mattresses together. And I'm not 100% sure if it was coat hanger or some kind of wire.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, yeah.
And do you remember what you did to her? I mean, other than kind of what we've already talked about, but
No.
she put up a fight at all.
I think what part of my problem is, to be honest about it, is I'm admitting and facing reality that I committed these crimes
Mm-hmm.
and blocked out the reasons why. You know, I don't know if that makes sense or not.
Mm-hmm.
When you say, and again, I read the letter about the coat hangers, how would you have secured those together? Do you remember?
Well, if it was used to hold the mattresses together, open them up, push them through the mattress, and then retie them. You know, keep like a clamp or something to hold them on.
And you said those mattresses came from your house.
Yeah.
Right? Do you remember what size mattresses they were? Where they would have been in your house?
Yeah, I believe they were 2 twin size, because when I was in undergrad school, I had a king size bed, but twin mattresses and box springs.
Oh, gotcha.
Because your memory serves me right, king size mattresses are big. And a lot of times you have twin mattresses that are
Right.
put together, yeah. And I'm thinking they were different shades of green stripes. I mean, it wasn't a solid color. There were some kind of lines to them.
Okay.
What can you tell us about, and this again, this is going back to Maryland Heights. You said that you put her off on Page. And I think you said you put her, where'd you put her in?
Some kind of trash can.
Okay.
Maybe a plastic like Tupperware, a dark brown. And it wasn't actually on Page. It was, I'm thinking the apartment complex sat off of Page.
It did, yeah.
Well, that's what I
Yeah.
meant.
Yeah.
The general. Do you recall if there was a lid on that can or not?
I'm sure there was. Yeah, I'm almost sure there was a lid. Whether it was still intact when she was discovered, I don't know.
Chris, this is your case.
You know, on something like this, Gary, I know you had interactions, plenty of times, sexual contact with these individuals, right? And others as well. And some you just took back home. But when it comes to someone losing their life at that moment, I think you could easily remember the first one because it would be such a new experience. Do you remember which one was first? And you must have realized what had just happened the first time.
Yes, I'm thinking the one in the metal drum was the last one I disposed of.
She was the last. That was the car wash.
Yes, sir.
Now, in regards to that one, do you remember her description?
No.
Her race?
Hmm?
Her race?
I believe it was white. They were all white. Well, you got me there. I'm not positive now.
So she was the last one. What year would you say that would have been? So kind of put some references in the three that we've already talked about. That was 1990. Then the current offense, 1992, right? Or 93 was a conviction. So that time frame. What was the first one?
I think the first one might have been the one in South St. Louis.
What was she left in?
Hmm?
What type of container was she left in?
I think that was a plastic trash can too.
You remember anything about the trash cans? Where did you get those?
I don't know if they were ones I had at my house that was used for trash,
Yeah.
or if they were bought like at a hardware store.
What hardware store did you use back then?
Numerous ones.
Yeah. I grew up on Bataan over there in Woodson Terrace. And there were some hardware stores down on the Rock Road, which would have been close to your place at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember which one?
Oh, I can't think of the names of them right now. Down towards, what was that big shopping center down in Lindbergh and the Rock Road? I think they tore it down. There was an Ozark Hardware on Natural Bridge, not far from a mortuary. I can't think of the names. All right. I know there's a lot of them, and being in construction for a while,
Yeah.
not only bought supplies close to the job site.
Oh, okay. So the first one was the one at the car wash. Where did that?
I'm not sure if she was the first one. Like I said, I don't remember the sequence or order of them. I know the one at the car wash was probably the last one I disposed of or moved from my house that she sat
Okay.
behind my house for a while.
So you were thinking the one left down by that little park was the first one.
Yeah. But don't hold me to that.
Do you remember what she was doing when you first saw her or met her? The one by the park?
Walking the streets looking for customers or Johns. Yeah.
Who was living with you at the time over there on?
Nobody. I was divorced at the time.
And you had Chief, the German Shepherd, right?
Yeah.
I got a history of German Shepherds myself. How long do you think from the sexual contact to their death did they hang around the house?
Hmm?
how long of a time between the sexual contact and then their death would they have been in the house? Is it a party situation? You know what I'm saying? Are they hanging out?
Probably an evening.
So not days, not like shacking up situation.
No, at least not while they were alive. Like I said, the one in the box and the one in the barrel, they were up there for well over a week because they were decomposed.
Now, Jody and I have visited the property. The house is not there, but we visited the property. The Interbell's there at the time, right?
Yeah.
Where did you store them on the property?
Behind the house. There wasn't really, I don't know what's there now, if there's still a house or not.
No, it's just a field, an open lot. It's grass, but it's an open lot, yeah.
Okay.
But I have seen the house because during the current offense, they made a videotape, which is not uncommon, during the processing. So I actually got to visually see what the house used to be. You know, a lot of construction going on.
Yeah.
You know. Where would you have kept those remains once they passed? How long and then where would you keep them? That's the back.
Yeah, this is the front. Is that the
Now,
front?
this is the side. The back is here.
Interbell this way then?
Yeah. Yeah.
And Gary, this is it the front of the house?
Front.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would you
Probably back in this area.
Could you smell them? Could you smell them? Or do you not remember?
No. Boy, there was a lot of debris around there.
Yeah.
Of course, how long, when were these pictures taken?
That's from the dock case.
The most
From
common,
docks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, that would have been what year?
93, right?
92,
So
93.
we're referring to 1990. Did it change much in those 2 years? Or was it?
Except for the debris and stuff like that.
It would change up a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
And you were living alone, but you'd have visitors, right? You had friends and associates here and there, right?
Yeah, but not that many while the house was, the inside was under construction.
So when I watched the video, it didn't appear anyone was actually living there, or were you sleeping there at the time?
No.
Because like the floors, they needed carpet to be.
Yeah, they were just subfloors, yeah.
And then there was beds, but there was no sheets or anything on the beds. Were you not actually laying your head there at the time?
I think the females were before this construction started.
Oh, okay. 2 years, yeah?
Yeah.
2.5.
I'm trying to think of when this all started with my house. Yeah.
Would that be after the fire? Would that be after the fire?
What, the girls?
No, the construction
these
on
here,
the house.
yeah, just definitely after
That's the rebuild.
the fire.
Yeah.
And I can't even remember what, 92 the fire was?
So if it was 1990, these three show up along the highways and the little roadways. The first one, you were possibly thinking it was the one down by the little park in the trash can. What year would that have been?
Latter part of 80, 88, 89.
Okay.
I don't think there was a long, multiple year
Yeah, that's when that
between.
started.
No. Like I was saying earlier, it's like, a short time period that this happened. I mean,
Did
and
you
then it
ever
stopped.
Did you ever discuss these behaviors with anyone at the time? Do you remember ever sharing it? You kept it to yourself?
Nothing to brag about or talk about or boast about.
No.
But as far as talking to anybody, I don't believe there was.
Yeah, confide in anybody. No.
No, something of this magnitude,
Yeah.
you know, it's nothing that I'd want to talk to anybody about, you know.
I don't know, in the 30 years being in here and people talk about stuff, but you said they don't normally talk about what they're in here for, so.
No, not about this. I mean, I don't even talk that much about the case I'm here on,
Right.
just what was public knowledge,
Right.
you know. There's people down here I was in a county jail with. I knew from the streets that knew cases and general knowledge of a lot of different cases and different people. Like Jeff Ferguson, I didn't know him before I went to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Emery Fudo, I didn't know him till I got down here. Same as Charlie Armentrout. You know, it's just, I don't know what, you try to put stuff in the past. I mean, like with Doc, I'm here doing Life Without. No boasting about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's something you wish you could just take an eraser, get rid of it, or go back and don't let it happen. But that's not being realistic, is it?
No. But as humans, we want to do that. You know, in some ways that we can at least try to get to that is talking like this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not just saying this to satisfy anybody, but I wish I could talk to the proper trained people to relive every little friggin' detail.
Yeah, you mentioned last time, and in the last one I watched all the interviews, you would like to be hypnotized to try to help you recollect. You think that would work?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's like asking this one guy that was, recently in the paper where his parachute didn't open?
Yeah.
You would ask him before he jumped if he'd lived to tell about it if it didn't?
Right.
Freakish things.
One time during the interview, Jody asked you the question, have you thought about these things before we got to talk to you? And boy, your reaction was like, of course. Of course that was part of your thoughts over the years. Although the little that you've talked to us about, the little bit that you've told us, that can't be the same thing that you played over and over in your mind. There's got to be other details. Logically, there's got to be other details that you recall. And that's what we're kind of looking for, is those little details.
Yeah.
That maybe we don't even know about.
And maybe there's some little details I overlooked.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't go back with any event, whether it's this. I can't give you every detail of Marine boot camp.
Okay, I get your point.
And I lived it.
Right, yeah. Oh, I'm saying.
You know, it's like,
Yeah.
if you have, if you have total recall on every minute detail, then you're not creating any more things to remember.
Yeah.
Because all your time is occupied. I mean,
What are some details we may have not asked you about, or you just not shared yet? What are some details you've not shared yet?
probably some details I can't recall.
So you said you were going to jot some stuff down. Did you jot anything down?
Not yet, no. See, this a question, and y'all don't have to answer this, but I cannot truthfully say, I mean, why? I know what closure is all about with the family and friends and myself and you all, everybody involved, whether it's directly or indirectly, or on the outside parameter of it. But I'm confessing to 5 murders. Doesn't that satisfy some people?
Well,
I understand if it was to go to a jury trial.
Right.
This ain't going to no jury trial.
right.
At least I don't think so.
No.
No.
Because I
can just tell you-
what? My due process?
Yeah, I can just tell you, talking to the 3 prosecutors, we gave you the letters saying they wouldn't seek the death penalty. Talking to them, they want a little bit more information. They said full cooperation. And I think you're being cooperative, and I think you're struggling to remember stuff.
Yeah.
But they would just like those little details to corroborate everything.
Okay. I can accept that, but
Yeah. So it's not like we're expecting you to remember every last detail. We're just asking questions, and maybe it sparks that little detail that you remember.
yeah.
But we're not expecting you to remember
Okay.
step by step, but just it might spark something in you.
Yeah.
When we were here last, we were talking about the 3 of them. And after we left, and you realized that there was 2 more. Did you not think about that when we were talking the first go around, or actually the second interview? Did you not remember them then?
Oh, over the years, I've thought about the 5.
But I mean, when we were talking to you about the 3, how did you all of a sudden?
If you were like asking more specific questions about the 3 cases in front of you at that time, see, I don't know if the other 2 were still there and you were gonna bring them up, ran out or whatever. But I mean, they were.
Yeah.
I was trying to answer the questions you were asking.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm glad it does to you because to me.
So talking a little bit more about the car wash one. So you said you're trying to give the location exactly of which car wash it was.
I don't know the name of it. It was near my home on Natural Bridge.
Okay.
Because Natural Bridge from, I think it's North and South Street, west to the highway, you got that medium all the way. And the car wash was in the medium, not far from a mortuary. I can't think of the name of the mortuary. Ozark Hardware was a little hardware store, a little shopping center, and all kind of restaurants. I remember taking her there in my van and leaving her there after I washed my truck, or my van rather.
And that was the one in the barrel, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which was kind of like knowing they'd all be found. I mean, I'm not the most intelligent person, but I'm not the most stupid either. I mean, if I was trying to really hide these crimes, I'm sure
We've all
I could have done a lot better.
You put them right next to the road.
Right.
For, I'm not sure if you knew at the time, to be found. It was no secret.
Oh, subconsciously?
Yeah. Now, looking back.
Yeah.
They were easily found. So, for instance, we should probably, let's try to discuss in detail each one. So, the one in Maryland Heights by the apartments. Yeah, she was in a plastic type of trash can. Let's try to think out some details so we can go back to our prosecutor and say, he's really trying to dry in here. And we'd like to get some details. So, for instance, what time of day did you drop her off?
Night, early morning.
Okay. What time frame you think? Like before dawn or midnight? Night.
Midnight.
Okay. It was very well broadcast in the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, news channels. In one particular, what you told me about that, right? They did a newscast. And then she was found. You must have followed that stuff. Because you had firsthand knowledge, it would pique the interest. Even if you're not following it in some sort of, in a way that you're obsessed with it, but it would spark your interest. Do you remember it being broadcast and paying attention to the news? And were you concerned?
Yeah, undoubtedly was concerned, but as far as making an exerted effort to watch everything or read the paper all the time, knew they're going to be found eventually. Waiting for that knock on the door after they were found. Because like you said, there were DNA, there's probably fingerprints, whatever. That would trace it back to me.
Did you do anything to disguise those pieces of evidence you just mentioned? So fingerprints, DNA. Did you take any effort to, wipe off the trash can or anything like that? Or was it a concern?
Not really. I mean, if I would have really planned it out, wouldn't have been any dog hair.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have been any traceable furniture. Like I said, for the life of me, I can't say why this all happened.
Did it happen additionally, other than 5 times?
No.
You're sure of that detail?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So let's get back to the one in Maryland Heights. Did you ever pay her for sex before that incident? Was she a regular?
I don't believe so.
Were any of them a repeat?
I can't say yes, I can't say no with all honesty. It might have been, we felt comfortable around each other.
Yeah.
Because they came up to my house.
Exactly, yeah. So to go from the city out to the county at the time, that was a big deal for them.
Yeah, for them, time is money.
Time is money. Yeah. And it's always the thing, if you get in a car with somebody, that's the danger part in that profession, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you stay around where your neighborhood is, a little more comfortable. So was there any attempt to restrain them or get them high, incapacitate them in some fashion to get them out to the county? If they were willing. It was a business transaction. Right?
Yeah, I understand, but no, there was
Nothing.
no drugs involved on my part,
Where did the sexual contact occur once inside the house?
Bedroom.
And where did the act that took their life, would that occur?
Probably in the bedroom.
Same time? Same time as the sex?
Yeah.
In regards to that.
Yeah, there was no sex after death.
Okay, good.
No.
But it wasn't during a moment before the sex. There wasn't a fight or anything like that. Do you remember any?
No.
And actually during intercourse or during sexual contact, did the death occur?
Probably afterwards.
After.
But don't hold me to that on all 5, because like I said, it's just one of them things. I don't know if I'll ever remember everything to satisfy y'all curiosity,
And some questions we ask you, it's not necessarily we expect you to have the answer, but it's an effort to try to help the recollect.
And yes, I realize that the 3 letters I got, that's not a guarantee that this won't be a death penalty case.
Well, I think from those 3 prosecutors, it sure is.
Yeah.
They're not going to write that letter. No way.
Exactly.
They would never write that letter.
They wouldn't come back off that at all.
No.
That's another question that came up to mind a while back is, since all the crimes happened in my home, is it going to be like one court I go to, or I got to go to each little municipality?
We are not for sure on that. The prosecutors work out those details.
Yeah.
But they're all the state of Missouri. It's all the same circuit courts.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if that's,
I mean, it's like, am I going to have to go before a magistrate each time to be sentenced individually, or?
It's down the road, yeah. That's down the road. I can tell you the 3 prosecutors are working together and communicating together, and they're going to do this together, so.
I'm sure that they'll probably want to do them all at the same time.
Yeah.
That would make a whole lot of sense financially,
Oh, yeah.
as well as emotionally for everybody involved.
Yeah, including the staff down here, the DOC,
Right,
you
right.
know.
Yeah, they certainly don't want you transported back and forth, back and forth.
It's yeah.
So I know we touched a little bit on it, and this came to mind when you were talking. After you had sex with them and took their life, we talked a little bit about whether they fought at all. Would you do anything to prevent them from fighting? Would you restrain them at all? I know you're a big guy yourself.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I would restrain them. But like you said, one of them that was tied up or something, or it had the ligature around her neck.
was bondage part of the sexual contact?
No,
Never into that?
no.
Because the thought was maybe it occurred during that type of sexual contact.
That was an accidental death?
Not accidental, but the bondage occurred and then there was sex and then death.
I don't believe so.
So when would their bondage be applied to their bodies? At what point? It doesn't make sense to put it on once they're passed.
I don't know. To keep them from trying to run off or to
Yeah.
fight back, or
Well, yeah. So that's prior to their death. So we got a little bit established there. But was it prior to the sexual contact?
I don't believe so.
Okay. So in between, somewhere.
Hmm?
In between the sex acts and then
Yeah.
the death. You mentioned during other interviews you weren't much of a drug user or an alcohol user. I think you said you even when you went to clubs or bars, you'd have a
Seltzer with a
that's
lime
a
twist.
seltzer. Yeah,
I learned how to drink scotch in undergrad school.
and that was enough.
Well, I drank, but it's kind of like I would not drink beer that much when I was out at a bar or tavern because to me it's like renting it. You drink 2 or 3 and you got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So I drink it.
And pay for it.
Yeah.
So that wasn't necessarily a factor in these behaviors, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's certainly not a factor in loss of memory.
No.
Sometimes when we talk to people, victims, suspects, whoever they may be, the mind is really kind of tricky, okay? And try to help people recollect things. There's certain things that occur on the outside that helps us remember things.
Mhm.
Colors can be something. Where you were at the time. What was the other person doing at the time? But another one is smells. It's directly connected to our memory. It's the same place in the brain. Do you remember any smells during the time of their passing?
No. You mean like odors and stuff like that?
Yeah. They go together many times.
Yeah.
Not sure why, but do you remember anything like that?
Maybe that's why a couple of them sat outside my house for a while. Because knowing there would be odors coming from
I agree. Yeah.
it's like leaving spoiled meat out. It's gonna stink up the house after a while.
Eventually, but
Yeah.
right after death, sometimes there's odors as well.
Yeah.
Do you remember those odors?
No, sir, I don't.
the days or moments after them passing, just pick any one of them in your memory. What were your thought processes?
Oh, undoubtedly a whole bunch of different fear, nervousness, restlessness. I mean, what kind of emotions does a person have when they realize what they've done is totally wrong? I mean, it's not content. It's not euphoria.
Although the behavior was revisited at least 5 times, right?
Yeah.
So was there a sense of satisfaction in there?
Not that I was consciously aware of.
And it was, go ahead.
Part of the problem I'm having dealing with this and other things in my past is part of my education.
What do you mean?
It's difficult to talk to a therapist if you've been trained how to be a therapist.
Okay.
Have an undergraduate degree in psychology. Okay, so
you know what I mean then. You're trying to get these memories back.
oh yeah. Wish you had a magic key.
Where'd you go to school? Where did you go to school?
Central Methodist in Fayette and Warrensburg.
Oh, I went to Warrensburg.
Probably after I did.
Is that where you went for your graduate degree? Is
I didn't get
Central Missouri State?
Yeah, I didn't get my master's, but I started there.
Okay.
Yeah, I graduated from Central in '77.
What rank were you when you got out of the Marine Corps?
Lance Corporal.
Did you get an honorable discharge? Did you get an honorable discharge?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Mainly due to being a sole surviving son. I was in like right at a year.
So there was no chance of going to Vietnam.
No, I was under 21 and being a sole surviving son, they could not send me overseas unless I wasn't old enough, I guess, to sign my own waiver. And the parents, after bearing one son, they weren't going to let me go.
Right. You know, there's a common denominator in some of these things, and it just came to me. Were you into any kind of candle wax? Did you ever burn any kind of candles or anything that might be connected to any of these cases?
Not that I can recall. I mean, during the holidays, yeah, there's candles, but in reference to this, I can't remember. I can't recall.
Did you burn candles quite a bit in the house?
No,
Okay.
no. Not with little kids or animals running around.
Yeah.
Would you have burnt any candles to kind of set a mood or anything like that if you brought somebody to the house?
No. No.
So going back to all these years that you've given thought to these things, what are some details you haven't told us yet that you had thought memories of?
I've pretty well talked about things I've remembered. I mean, I'm sure there's things that might come up or suppressed, you know.
Maybe the passing of each female could be something that you may not recall right now. Although, as a male, the sex is something we remember. Do you remember the sexual contact?
Just having sex with them, you know, it's like,
All right, was it rough? Was it kinky? Was it?
I don't think I wasn't kidding.
Were they into that?
Physically satisfaction, emotional satisfaction during the sex act.
Any force?
But not a meaningful relationship.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Was there ever a time when there was force, sexual contact?
No.
Did you keep anything from those individuals? That's not uncommon. That's a, I don't know if you recall.
Mementos? No.
Well, sometimes, yeah. Clothing,
No. Like you were asking the first time,
nothing.
pictures or a scrapbook, or it says no. No, nothing like that. Nothing physical.
Would they leave anything behind after you disposed of their body? They leave anything behind, and what would you do with that stuff?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, it's like, like I can't recall what happened to all the clothes. I mean, were they thrown out with the trash? Were they disposed of with them? Were they redressed or? I mean, this ain't gonna make sense, but I wish there was just one that everything could focus on just one thing. Just there's so many different individuals that things cross over.
So things could be confused with another incident because they're similar, right? Same location, same scenario, female, prostitute. Yeah. Do you still have their pictures with us? Mm-hmm. Maybe we can start focusing on one and then stick with her until we have exhausted those possibilities and then move on to the next. Because not only do we analyze and go over these interviews, but the prosecutors look at it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. So are they going to be satisfied on the information provided? I think it's fallen short. Although, all right, yeah.
Now, you showed me this picture before, yeah.
Yeah.
She's pretty.
Yeah, she looks sad as hell in the picture, of course.
Well,
A mugshot
Yeah.
is not the best of times.
Right.
And we kind of, we discussed it's hard to remember those details on every specific case. But if you remember a detail of any of them,
Yeah,
that we can't maybe pick out which girl that was with, but
Like, I don't know, choose 1 through 5, but which specific number?
well, I'm not asking you to pick which girl it was, but what would be that one detail that you're thinking of? But we're not going to ask you, if you can't say it was which one of the 5, we understand that, but is there a detail you can remember of any of the 5?
Do you recall having conversation with her?
Not in detail of what we talked about. I mean, she does look familiar,
Yeah.
but that's kind of obvious. I mean, if
Was there anything particular about her body you recall?
No, you were saying at one time that one of them had a tattoo or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think you showed me a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
But now I still can't remember which one it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was an autopsy, I think.
So do you remember how you took her life?
No, ma'am.
And she's the one in the box.
Okay.
And you mentioned here when we got here, when we first walked in, you mentioned the box being behind your house.
Yeah, that's the one you showed me the picture of.
Mm-hmm.
That was in the back of a pickup truck.
Do you remember that box behind your house?
No, I really haven't thought that much about that. and it looked like a piece of furniture in a makeshift plywood box wrapped in something.
Now, you said something about a pickup truck. It was kept in the back of a pickup truck?
The picture you showed me when you found
When it was recovered.
when it was recovered, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the picture we showed.
Yeah.
Where did that piece of furniture come from?
Probably my bedroom or the living room.
Was it part of the set?
Probably part of the bedroom set.
Because when I'm watching that video I described earlier, there's furniture in there.
The bedroom wasn't that big to hold all the furniture that came with the set. I know that.
So was one of the pieces separate?
It might have been sitting in the living room or in the basement or something.
Now, where did that idea come from? You know what I'm saying? You got a cabinet, and you almost have to hollow out the drawer, you know, insides of the drawers, right? Where did that idea come from to put her in that? Instead of just making a box.
I don't know. Maybe after the drawers were taken apart, it was still flimsy and wouldn't hold together.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, once you take out those supports, cross beams, it starts to get flimsy.
Yeah.
So if you put her in there, where was she before she was in there? If you had to put her in there to get rid of her,
Yeah.
where was she before she went in there?
Probably in bed.
So how much time goes between her passing and she goes in the cabinetry?
Well, I have no idea. Can't be that long.
No decomposition going on though? That much time? Okay.
I don't know how long does it take for a body to start decomposing.
A lot of factors there.
Yeah.
Temperature.
Yeah.
Temperature, yeah.
And rigor mortis.
Having those bodies decomposing inside these packages, was that a concern about visitors that came over, associates that came over?
I'm sure that entered into it. Maybe that's why this victim and the one in the barrel were outside the house, and the others were taken out of the house probably that night, that morning. So in case family, friends, whatever came over.
Was there ever a time regarding her or somebody else that you had two bodies at one time? And was that a concern? You know, it's like, geez.
I don't believe so. I mean, I wasn't collecting them.
Right. I mean, not purposely, but sometimes just timing wise, was there one time that there was two people there?
Oh, probably the one in the barrel. 'Cause she sat behind my house for a couple of months, maybe.
A long time. Was it possible that they stayed alive a lot longer after the sexual contact, before their death? Was there ever a time they stayed?
No.
Not in bondage or anything?
Yeah, I guess maybe in bondage, but after sexual contact, I don't think they stayed on their own.
What do you mean?
I think they lost their lives probably pretty soon afterwards.
Okay.
Not like 2 or 3 or 4 days.
And bondage was not part of the sexual contact. It was just straight sex. Is that what you mean?
Mm-hmm. So why didn't I take him back where I found him or picked him up?
Well, I think you did on a couple times, right?
Yeah.
It was just straight sex, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was just straight sex and like normal.
Yeah.
Do you recall her right before she died?
No.
Did she say anything to you?
Not that I can recall. Not that I can recall.
Did you give any more thought to the box? Because we talked a little bit about that last time.
Just made out of, from what I remember, the photograph and remember from it is like the exterior box was just plywood built around a piece of furniture.
Do you remember making the box or where you got the box?
Now, I would have to guess I probably made it because it looked like it pretty well fit the piece of furniture. I mean, it wasn't like a lot of extra room in it.
Good point.
And it couldn't have been that big or it wouldn't have fit in my van.
Because after you take the life of any one of these ladies, you would have to think of something or how you're going to dispose of the body.
Yeah.
So
I didn't plan all this out before I picked him up. It's something that transpired during or right after the sex. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like, well, I'm going to go find somebody so I can kill them and dump their body.
no.
You know, it's like,
But after you would take their life, you'd be like, I have to find something to put the body in after you would.
yeah.
Right.
I'm sure that after I took their life, it was like expedite getting rid of them somehow. Or getting them out of my house, sitting in a container that, being in construction, I always had construction material sitting around,
Okay.
you know.
The process of moving them after they pass to wherever container, for instance, hers was the dresser in the box, that process of moving the body, pretty hard to do. It's dead weight, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's dead weight. Do you remember that process? You got to get them out of the bed or from wherever they're at, the floor.
Yeah. Lifting them up, putting them in a container.
Do you remember putting her in physically?
Somewhat, but not totally. I mean, I remember placing her in a piece of furniture, but she didn't seem that heavy.
It didn't seem like. Was she still limber at that time?
Yeah.
No rigor?
No
Okay,
rigor.
so that's,
I don't think any of them had any rigor.
so it was soon after death, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it difficult to get her in the container?
I'm thinking she might have still been breathing.
Anything said?
Not that I can recall.
If she was still breathing, at what point did she stop breathing? What did you do to stop the breathing?
Choked her out. I said, I don't remember if I strangled her or choked her. Or
What's the difference between those two for you?
Choking is more or less like with your hands.
Yeah.
Strangling is with some kind of material. And suffocating is
Yeah.
covering your breathing up.
Was she struggling during that time?
No.
Why?
I don't know.
Was there anything restraining her from
If
struggling?
she was tied up,
Right.
she wouldn't have been struggling much.
Was she tied up?
I'm thinking she was.
With what?
Hmm?
With what?
Some kind of shoelace or twine or rope or something.
Why couldn't she talk? Was there something preventing her from talking?
With you asking that question, it makes me think there might have been.
I know. Careful about the wording. But
Yeah.
you'll have to be specific about that.
No, I mean, with you asking that question, was she? Oh, you can't, okay.
Yeah.
You're here to ask, I'm here to answer. Okay. I don't remember if she was or not.
But you do recall,
If she had something around her neck, would she be able to talk? Whether it's a hand or a rope or...
so we've gone through some details about that. At what point in the house were you at that moment during all of these events?
Yeah, wasn't it?
Where were you inside the house during all of these events? Which room?
Probably in the living room right outside the bedroom. You said you've seen the floor plan of the house.
I did see it.
The bedroom wasn't that big.
No.
No.
Right. What brought you from the bedroom where, I'm assuming, well, did the sexual contact occur in the bedroom?
Yeah.
Okay. So why the movement from where sex occurred to where death occurs? What happened?
I don't know. Or I don't remember what.
But it was
I'm not sure if she was deceased before I moved her from the bed to the box, or she passed away somewhere in between.
Was the box prepared before she got there?
No. It's like, I'm almost sure none of these were planned out prior to. It's just something popped, snapped, fizzled.
I only ask it for on this one because there's some preparation that you have to do to the cabinet, to the dresser, to get a human in there. To the guts, you got to get the interior of the drawers out of there.
Mhm.
So, was that prepared before she got there?
No.
After? So it was not
Apparently, yeah, if it wasn't before, it had to be after, or while she was there.
while she was there.
Yeah.
And was she breathing when she first went in there?
Went in with the box.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really recall if she was or not. Might have been.
And do you remember where the box was in the house when you put her in the box?
Yeah, right outside the bedroom door.
And what about moving that box?
I mean, after she was in it?
Mm-hmm.
Moved it to either the basement or the back of the house. It was a walkout basement, flat backyard kind of.
How long did she stay out there then?
I'm not real sure.
After
week or two.
After being moved to the backyard, where you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
and then she winds up on the side of the highway.
Okay.
Does she go anywhere, any other storage or places?
No.
Only those two. But in the vehicle. That's it.
Yeah.
Was she hard to move in the box?
Not with the two-wheel hand truck.
What do you mean by that?
I think it was in the one picture you showed me of the house with Doc.
I showed you.
Like a moving dolly, warehouse cart. The one on the side of the house.
Oh.
Yeah, right there.
Well, that's a two-wheel dolly. Is that the two-wheel dolly that you moved her with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Two-wheel hand truck, two-wheel dolly.
Yeah. But it's the same dolly, not similar. It's the one. It was yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Boy, the neighbors must have really thought something when they saw me building the outside of that. I got disaster.
so you say the living room was upstairs in the house, right?
Yeah, it was a one floor.
Okay, and then it was a walkout basement.
Right.
So how'd you get the box from
Steps.
upstairs?
From the kitchen down to the basement.
So you would use the dolly
Yeah.
down the steps?
Either that or I drug the box down. Because it's not really a moving dolly it's more like just a
Right.
warehouse type.
But yeah, it's not like it has a strap on or nothing. What name do you remember for her? Even if it was a street name.
I don't.
Did you have sexual contact with her before the day she died? Other days? Did you see her on the streets up there? Cherokee?
No, not that I can recall.
Not her. She's kind of easily to remember, very young. She's pretty. She doesn't necessarily, that's pretty good proximity of the time frame. She doesn't have the appearance of those that working on the street,
When you-
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, which vehicle would you use when you went and picked up the
The
girls?
van.
Okay. And what color was the van?
Not really brown, like I don't know what color they call it. Not like a chocolate brown or the bag color there's like a bronze type.
Bronze.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the interior color? What was the interior?
It was a conversion van.
What color was the interior?
Tan.
Okay.
It had 4 captain seats and a rear bench seat. Carpeted throughout. It was, a factory conversion van.
What make was that one?
It was a Ford.
Ford.
Yeah. Fix or repair daily.
Anything we haven't asked you that you think is important with her?
Hmm?
Anything we haven't asked you that you can remember?
No. No, ma'am. Wish there was. Yes, there is, but
And we talked a little bit about smell and that she had been around for a while, you said.
if it was like in the wintertime and she was sitting outside, I don't know if there was an odor coming from the box or not. I mean, I didn't smell anything. The neighbors didn't. There wasn't an odor when she was transported in the van.
When I'm out walking my German Shepherd, if there's any carcass in the area, that dog's on top of it. Did you ever have any issues with dogs being all sniffy and around it and all that? Tell them to get away or whatever?
No.
Was that separate area than where the dog would be running?
Dog only went out. I don't think I had a dog that wasn't taken out on a leash because
Oh.
there was a fenced yard,
Yeah.
but it wasn't completely 100% fenced.
Oh, okay.
I mean, normally I took them out the front door.
When you picked her up that night or that day, what was she wearing?
I have no idea.
Any colors?
I have no idea.
I know that's quite a detail to remember, but sometimes that's what catches our eye.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Would, after you took their life and you said put them in a container, would you do anything to the body before you put it in the container?
Do anything like what?
Would you just, how would you transport the body into the container?
I mean, moving them from like the bed to the container, lifting them up or sliding them off the mattress into the box. But nothing more than that, I mean.
I noticed, like in the picture, there was no did you normally have sheets on your bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe the sheets were green striped. Now the mattresses were striped too. And there were different colors and textures of sheets. I mean, solid ones, flowered ones.
So you had all different kinds of sheets?
Don't most people?
No. I have like one set.
Huh?
I have like one set. I wash, put back on, wash, put back on. Sorry.
Okay.
So you had several different. You mentioned green stripe.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have sheets like that too, or?
Yep, with matching pillowcases.
Okay.
But I think they were bolder, wider stripes. The mattress is more thinner stripes.
Okay. That's when he mentions color, something that you recall.
Yeah.
Do you remember any other sets of sheets that would have been with the girls?
I don't know if the sheets were with them or they were left behind and I got rid of them or washed them or threw them away or whatever.
So did you usually had a pattern? I mean, did you pick out your sheets? You said you had floral, stripe.
They were probably left over from previous marriage or college days or
Okay.
a gift from family,
Okay. Gotcha.
you know. I've had family working at different kind of stores that things were on sale, so they pick up a set of this or a set of that. Mom and my aunt and one girlfriend, they couldn't pass a sale up. Typical female.
I understand.
Yes.
I understand.
Drive clear across town to save 7 cents on a bottle of ketchup, and it costs 25 cents in gas.
Right.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, anything else you remember about her?
Other than her going into that package, what else went into the package with her?
Maybe her clothes. I'm not really that speculating. I'm not sure.
You said you would use rope.
Rope or twine or
Okay.
shoelace, you know.
Okay, you want to talk about?
Where was she left? Where was she left at?
I don't know if this was the one from Maryland Heights or the one up in the Troy area.
Were they similar?
Hmm?
Were they similar in appearance?
Like I said, I don't remember which was first, second, third, last. I don't remember what she was. Well, since one of them was in a box along the highway, this one had to be the mattress or the trash can in Maryland Heights. I think.
Do you remember her at least street name? I mean, you didn't say, "Hey, you," when you're in the house with her, or was there any type of reference name for her?
Not that I can recall.
Where did the sexual contact occur with her?
In my home, in the bedroom.
Do you remember the sex with her?
Sort of. But nothing in detail. I mean, so was she in the Maryland Heights or the Troy area?
It's Maryland Heights.
Okay.
Did you smoke, Gary?
Hmm?
Did you smoke? What kind of cigarettes?
Cigarettes.
What kind of cigarettes?
Marlboro Lights or straight Marlboro?
The Marlboro Reds.
I'm
What'd you
not going to
say?
say no. I might have, you know. I normally smoke Marlboro Lights, but then a lot depends upon if the vending machine or whatever was out of them, you know, or if they had a sale on them somewhere by the carton.
How did she die?
Strangulation.
What was the device?
I I don't know if it was my hands or some kind of rope. Count time. Tell
is
them I'm
it?
still here.
Do you need to use the bathroom or anything, Gary?
Maybe in a little bit. Hopefully this won't go on much longer.
Yeah, you need a break.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
They want to know if I'm still here?
no, they were looking for the
Yeah, well-
lieutenant. They thought he was in his office.
Did you want? Are you hungry now?
Yeah.
No McDonald's, huh?
Hmm?
No McDonald's, huh?
My teeth aren't glued
Oh,
all the
Hardee's.
way.
I'm sorry, Hardee's. Oh, okay. Fair enough. When she was placed into that container, the plastic one, was that difficult?
No. She was still limber. I don't think she's that big. Or weight was.
Do you think she was alive when she went into the container?
Probably not.
Now, with her, do you recall any bondage, any
No, I don't remember any bondage with any of the victims.
what were you driving when you dropped her off down there by the apartments?
The van.
Same one?
Mm,
Okay. Did I see it?
not that I'm aware of.
And it was still dark out.
Hmm?
It was still dark out.
Yeah, around the midnight hour, late at night.
Was it in correspondence or correlation with your shift over there at the Moolah? I mean, it's
No,
3/4 of a mile. Yeah, it's close.
no.
Why there, area?
I don't know.
Random.
Hmm?
Random.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anyone with you?
Hmm?
Was there anyone with you when you dropped her off?
No. It might have been random or like subconsciously. Since I worked out there at Moolah Temple, the van was familiar in
Yeah.
that part of town.
Yeah.
You know,
Remember how it was kind of elevated in correlation to that road Page was at the time? You know, it was kind
I
of
think
elevated.
Page was elevated.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
And you can look down to that road. And it does look like a service road, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I think I had to drive through the apartment complex because the part of the road where I left her was, I don't think there's any dwellings or buildings,
Right.
mainly woods.
Mhm.
Okay.
Do you recall that going to the news, being found?
I'm
No.
sorry, did you say you remember putting her in the trash can?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember her having anything on? When we talked about colors.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm sure she had some clothes on, but I don't remember the color.
Which clothes on? Tops or bottoms?
Probably tops.
Is she a smoker?
I don't recall. She might have been, but I don't, can't say one way or the other.
Something that people share is smoke time many times in life.
Yeah.
How long of a time from picking her up wherever you found her to the time you had sex? How much time do you think it would go by?
As much time as it took to drive from South St. Louis to my home,
Okay.
probably less than an hour.
So the sex, I mean, time is money, right? So sex probably occurred quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It's the whole purpose, right? What about death? How much time between the sexual contact and death?
Probably not that long.
Well, I'm being specific with her. How much time?
Probably an hour or two.
Was there any conversation going on Did she have?
I'm
smoke
sure
break?
there
Did she-
was, but I can't recall what we were talking about.
Any use of? Was she using any drugs at the time in the house?
Not in the house that
So
I'm
that-
aware of.
That would have registered, right? Because you're not a drug user in that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And where does the death occur with her? Where in the house?
In the bedroom.
That was for the bedroom for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We only had basically one bedroom.
Right. But remember we talked about the other girl and it kind of happened.
In the bedroom.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's where the sex happened.
No, the death. Where does the death occur with her?
In the bedroom.
Okay. Does she have any clothes on when she dies?
Not that I can really recall. Maybe a top.
Does she struggle?
No.
Do you
If she
remember,
did, it wasn't that much.
do you remember taking her life?
Hmm?
Do you remember taking her life?
Not the exact minute or second, but
The actions leading up to it?
no. I mean, I don't really remember any detail of any of the five at the instant of death when they, became non-living.
So for her to be placed into the trash can, where does that take place physically?
In the bedroom.
You got to bring the trash can up.
Hmm?
You got to bring the trash can into the bedroom,
Mm-hmm.
and then how does she go in there? Kind of describe that. The method. Yeah. How do you physically get her in there?
Lifting her up, like carrying, and placing her on top of the trash can and lifting the shoulders and the legs up together and she'd slide down.
Yeah. Okay. So butt down.
Yeah.
Does she fit?
Hmm?
Does she fit in the trash can?
Yeah. Yeah.
Have any issues with the trash can?
Issues like what?
Mike talked about it earlier. Was there a lid?
I'm sure was at one point.
Well, you know what I'm referring to. When she's in it, was there a lid placed on her?
Probably so.
Think about when you arrive at that place off the roadway, when she's pulled out of the van. Try to think back. Is she coming out the side door of the van?
Side.
The side. And you said there was captain chairs.
Mhm.
Does that trash can, fit? Or is one of the captain chairs gone?
Mhm.
It fits.
Yeah.
When it comes out of there, think back. Was there a lid at that moment?
See, I don't know if I lifted her out
Yeah.
or just pushed the trash can out. And then it drove off. So I don't know if the trash can was upright or laying on its side. I don't recall that detail. I do remember reading something or hearing on TV where somebody was out walking or jogging and smelled something and went to investigate and found the remains in a trash can.
Now, you're referring to either a news story or a newspaper story. When did that occur? When do you remember seeing that information? Was that right after or years later?
1 year later.
Yeah, right after the discovery.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Within
it was
a week
fresh.
or two after, yeah.
Were you like, oh, there she is?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember if there was a trash can lid on it, by it.
Where did you first meet her,
South St. Louis.
specifically? Just over there?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's on the streets or a restaurant or.
I went by the one address that she used to be on California. Was it California that you lived on?
Yeah.
It was like they're set up like duplex doors in the front. I guess one goes up and one goes down or something like that.
It was on a corner, the apartment complex that Karen and I lived in when we got married.
Yeah.
It was on California and Keokuk.
So, using that as a reference point, do you remember where you ran into her?
Mm-mm. No.
I might have already asked you this, but did you have sexual contact with her on another occasion before this whole thing?
I might have. I'm not real sure, one way or the other. Maybe that's why one of them, or maybe two or three, felt comfortable going back to my home because they were familiar with me and I was familiar with them.
Right. And that can occur just with humans, right? We get a rapport built. Now, one thing, and that's important, typically right before a sexual contact would occur with a prostitute, there's got to be a settlement of how much it's going to cost. You remember that with her?
Not specific.
That detail. Okay.
At the time, it was like somewhere around $35, $40. And
Yeah, and a lot of times, like you said, they would get it before, you know. Do you take the money back after the sex?
mm-mm. No.
How much time goes between placing her in the trash can and dropping the trash can off?
An hour or two.
That was relatively quick on that one.
I mean, it might have been an hour or two.
Right,
I wasn't timing it.
but not days.
Not like the barrel in the wooden box.
Why the trash can on her? Why use a trash can with that one?
Why not? I mean, it was handy, something was there.
Simple as that.
Yeah. It's kind of like, why a trash can, or mattresses, a wooden box, you know. Why not dump them out of the trash can where they were left and take the trash can somewhere else,
Right.
you know?
Or buy a container at all?
Yeah, that's true. Might be conspicuous to see somebody carrying somebody out of it. Yeah.
Might be just as simple as that.
Could be as simple as that or complicated as hell. I mean,
Yeah.
so go back to one of my, why did I even do it the first time, let alone the fifth time? I mean, there's similarities. They're victims, they're deceased, but there's so many things that aren't similar to them, you know.
Did you ever receive any type of sexual gratification with the process of death? Was that ever a factor? Because it seems to be the common thing. Not only the sex, but the loss of life.
No, nothing I can
Not a
tell you.
drive.
No.
And you said there was not necessarily a fight. They didn't anger you.
Mm-mm.
You don't recall that. And they kept the money, right? So it wasn't to get
The
your
only
money back.
thing any of them did wrong, they were in the wrong fucking place at the wrong time. Excuse my language. I mean, I truly cannot recall them doing anything to provoke what happened to them.
Was there ever a time when a potential victim got away?
No.
And once again, all of these, including her, the death occurred at the Edgar house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the only common thread. As far as death, you know.
Before any of these contacts, before any of all this occurred, was there ever the thought, the fantasy, the consideration of this behavior? Was there ever like, you know, sometimes we'll think, oh, I'd like to rob that bank, but that doesn't mean we're going to rob it, right?
Right.
It's a fantasy. It's something we play out in our minds. Did that occur before any of these offenses?
No. Like, gee, I wonder what it'd be like to
Yeah.
pick somebody up and kill them for no reason.
Yeah.
No.
Didn't occur.
No.
So sporadic? I think you might have mentioned a switch in maybe the first interview or second. Sort of like a switch.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what would take me from my lifestyle
Yeah.
to go to this extreme?
Yeah, what's the motivation? Yeah.
I mean, well, I wasn't a hitman. I wasn't a pimp.
No.
And you said you weren't angry at women, right?
Hmm?
You said you weren't angry at women, like after your divorce?
No. Karen and I only knew each other for 2 weeks when we got married.
Do you still have any communication with her?
Yeah.
How's that?
We have a very ill daughter right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why? You didn't have nothing to do with it. You know,
No,
since it's
but-
part of life.
It is.
She, when she was born, she had to have a lot of steroids and breathing treatments, and she may not be alive right now. She's in and out of the hospital constantly. She, her weight went up to 289. She has congenital heart failure. She was on a transplant list for her lungs. Was due to have her left leg amputated. She's not in the best of health. My first wife just passed away a week and a half ago of leukemia.
Was that Joan?
Joanne,
Joanne.
out in Salina, Kansas.
Now, how did you hear about that?
Keeping in touch with family, sister, who keeps in touch with them. They were, I mean, my family's type that even though there's a marriage or a wedding, you still have a friendship, even if it ends. I mean, Cheryl and Jay have been out to Salina to visit them.
Yeah.
Not because they're sister-in-laws, they're friends.
Okay.
You know, talking to Billy, my son out there. You know,
So you have a son named Billy too? Because I know you said your other son passed away.
Yeah, he's 51, living in Kansas. Getting off the beaten path again, talking about a family.
Sorry.
I know.
Maybe
It goes with the interrogation. Our question and answer period.
Sometimes it's just conversation too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, Billy did all right. His one son is a crew chief on an F-16 in Korea, 4th tour duty. He's got twin sons living in Salina. Billy used to be a Kansas Highway Patrol officer when I first got down here. And that's one of them things you don't talk about.
Yeah.
My son's a cop.
Yeah.
State trooper, I'd be at that.
Yeah.
Before all these things happened with these victims, did you ever have those behaviors actually acted out in force with females?
I might have smacked the wall or two over anger, but
Well,
not because of a female or,
yeah.
you know.
No, acted out against them.
Mm-mm. You mean like role playing?
Sure, role playing or actually acting out to a stranger or a friend with benefits, anything like that.
No.
Nothing.
Never got my jollies by inflicting pain on anybody. I mean, I even had trouble in boot camp. I never had weapons growing up. Ex-Marine,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, you don't carry a rifle in a combat to sit down and talk to somebody. You know, I had trouble after learning how to utilize an M14. The potential of it. Even qualification day, I was one of 12 recruits that scored rather well at Camp Benson. Afterwards, the platoon commander had to stand up and tell us how good we did. And the night before, he gave us what we thought was some kind of medication to help calm us down. And afterward, found out it was empty gelatin capsules. Mind over matter.
Henson on the East Coast?
Was
Henson on the East Coast? Because I went to Pendleton.
Yeah. Pendleton was on the West Coast.
Right.
Yeah. No, it wasn't part of Camp Lejeune where everybody's going to make money on it.
I was stationed
You
there.
saw that.
Brief time, but I was stationed there. Brief time, but I was stationed there.
You in on the class out?
I haven't even approached it.
It's like here, I've had people, in fact, an attorney tell me, I'm damn good grounds for a lawsuit. Why? Mistakes happen,
That's what I say.
you know. I had the prostate biopsy. The doctor in Jeff City doubled the antibiotics and the length of time I was going to be on them because of my health and age. Somewhere along the line, it took them damn near 12 days to get it to me. And in the meantime, I developed gangrene. You know, it wasn't intentional. And I said, well, you can sue. And I said, for what? You know, the money's not going to do me no good. It was an accident, a mistake, you know. You can't really put 100% blame on one person. Except for in a case like this. I mean, it's totally my fault. Probably had some kind of influence from somewhere along my life, but I can't lay blame on anybody.
Well, maybe you can help us out a little bit more with the one at the car wash. Do you remember where you picked her up? What she looked
South
like?
St. Louis. No, I sure don't. I would imagine she was probably really badly decomposed.
And you say that because?
She sat for a couple months behind my house
Okay.
in the metal container.
How much time between the three we've already talked about and her? So she mentioned that she was probably the last one. We talked about 19.
The last one I probably disposed of,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
but the first one I'm almost, I'd have to say was the one in South St. Louis at the park.
That was likely the first.
Might have been, yeah.
So we're talking about what year?
Late 80s, 90s, I don't know. The more we talk, and I mean, to me, it's clarifying some things, but it's also confusing some things, overlapping.
Yeah.
And it's not a cop-out, it's just
So I read your letter that you wrote to Jody. It's actually very clear. It appears that you're having clear thoughts. You express them well. Is written word better for you than conversation?
depends upon the circumstance. I mean, it's, you know, I told you and you cooperate as much as I can. And I thought of this. You put me on death row. Not going to give me no more time.
Right, yeah, yeah.
And the way, I don't know, nowadays on death row is 8, 10, 12 years. I'm not going to be alive that long. You know. Because I've got going through some health issues now that, you know.
And we've thought about all of these things too, just like you have. So our gratitude that you're cooperating at this level, it's huge. Because we realize, well, what's his motivation? Well, it's purely to...
And I'm sure you realize how hard it is for me. I mean, it could be like, since I'm familiar with a lot of traits in people in this environment, I could have an attitude of, take me to trial, so what?
Yeah.
Waste your time, waste your money,
You could have.
waste the inevitable. Because knowing the acts I did and the evidence against me, ain't no jury gonna say not guilty. You know, even with the law of probability, one of the 5, they're gonna hang me. Why do, I mean, it's like, it is what it is.
Before we will talk about others, what else do you remember about her? On her personal life?
Not,
Did she look better in that picture?
like when I first saw it, she looks rough in that picture.
Yeah, well, who knows what the scenario was.
Yeah. But then it looked like a little bit of fear in the eyes too.
I agree. Do you remember that look in her eyes when she was with you?
No.
Was that ever, I guess, something that raced through your mind?
You mean like fear or something? No.
Was it any...
It's almost like they, up to a certain point of meeting somebody, whatever, them fulfilling a verbal contract, earning their money, whatever, and all of a sudden it's like the lights got turned out. And things drastically changed. I mean, I'm almost sure I did not leave my house to go on a prowl to kill somebody.
It was to have sex, right?
Hmm?
To have sex was the motivation.
Yeah. And waste money. Now, the one victim who you said the son was taking it real bad, is he aware of up-to-date progress, what's going on now?
He is.
And how is he dealing with it?
I do not know. He apparently has his own issues as far as I think he has a drug problem, and he's hard to get a hold of. So I've talked to his father, but I have not talked to him directly. But according to his father, he has let him know. But I don't know.
Tied directly to his mom?
I do not know that for sure.
Or you can't say?
I don't know,
Okay.
honestly. I think he didn't have a great upbringing after his mom passed away, and I don't think his dad was in the picture, so to speak. So I think
Is a father in the picture now?
he is, yes. The father said he took this pretty hard and kind of did not take care of his son like he should have. And now they're trying to rebuild the relationship, yes.
Were they married while she was making this living?
No.
Okay. Okay. I can't imagine somebody pimping their wife out.
Happens.
I'm sure in this world nowadays,
Yeah.
the law of probability.
I'm glad you asked about him, though. I mean, that shows.
I've thought about is trying to look at similarities of putting yourself in their shoes of what he's going through. And I'm not asking this, but his drug problems might inadvertently, indirectly have something to do with this.
It could.
Defense mechanisms. Escape reality. But I think we all do that from time to time, don't we?
Sure.
Go on vacation to get away from work.
Go on vacation.
Right. So just something in your past I was thinking about. So you grew up in St. Louis, right?
On and off, yeah.
Okay. And then you said you went to college in Fayette and Warrensburg. So how did you end up in Kansas?
I'm sorry. Dorothy and a Wicked Witch. Dad got transferred out there my senior year of high school.
Oh, okay.
We were living in Jeff City and got moved out there in December of 66, and then I graduated in 67.
What part of Kansas?
Salina is almost dead center.
Know it well.
You know it well.
Yeah, I used to, buddies, we used to ride motorcycles and meet in Salina quite often.
My son is in the. He just bought a new bike. Cost more than most people pay for a car.
Yeah.
You'll see, Salina used to have Schilling Air Force Base, and we moved out there like 6 months after it closed down. Nice little town at the time.
And then what year did you leave Kansas?
Went in the Corps in 68.
Okay. What brought you back to St. Louis?
I was incarcerated in Kansas and paroled out to Central Methodist, and I went to Warrensburg and then dropped out there and came back to St. Louis as a school teacher, or a substitute teacher rather. Couldn't be certified to teach full time with a felony conviction.
So you just, is there a reason why you came back to St. Louis? Was it for the job or for something?
Family.
Oh, you had more family here.
Oh yeah, at the time it's like aunts and uncles and cousins and parents and all kind of things like that.
Is that when they lived around Bevo Mills? Didn't you say they lived around Bevo Mills?
I was born down on Gaynor,
Okay.
which is south of Bevo Mills, on Gravois by Christie Park.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I can remember that. Must have been some good times.
There was a mention in the last interview about you and a friend went in on a semi-truck, a tractor.
Yeah, after the year of being a substitute teacher,
Yeah.
bought a tractor trailer and went bankrupt real quick.
Well, yeah. Did you drive it all?
Hmm?
Did you drive it all?
Oh yeah,
Where'd you drive to?
Chicago and Indianapolis. Worked for leased out to Island Cartage over by the stockyards in East St. Louis.
So how does that work? You own the equipment, right?
As an independent, you own the tractor. The company owns the boxes, the trailers, and one truck to be a company, and you lease out to them.
And then they'll give you work. What were you hauling?
Dry goods, steel out of Indianapolis back to St. Louis, Anheuser-Busch products going up, empty bottles coming back, things of that nature.
Was that your period? What was that time frame? What year was that?
Let's see, 79, 78, 79, somewhere around there.
But the money or something happened and it didn't work out.
Yeah, the truck got repoed.
Okay.
Oops.
That'll happen.
Kind of hard. Yeah. We bought a used tractor from some truck dealer over East St. Louis. And it was a good, and neither Jay or I, the friend that we went in partnership, had any business doing. No, and it's like, we bought a good used truck. And it just got out of hand in a couple of months.
Well, you got some driving in, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Upset a few police officers in Crestwood by going to a shopping center to practice driving a tractor trailer. You know, one night the officer stopped to ask what we're doing. I said, well, I'd rather practice here than on your streets.
Yeah.
You know, you ever tried backing up a tractor trailer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
So you had to learn all that your own on the parking lot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I admitted at the time, when we go down to Anheuser-Busch
Yeah.
to back up to the loading docks, I swallowed some pride and went in and I said, hey, I'm new at this shit. Whose new Kenworth is that? Would you like to back my truck up for me? Yeah.
Because you're going to have to put it right between others, right?
Yeah.
Down the dock.
With like
Yeah.
less than a foot on either side.
Ooh.
I think the first time I successfully backed the truck up to the dock, got out, went out to the loading dock. Warehouse supervisor, now, you want to pull your rig out and open the back doors?
Because they're swinging.
And you don't open them when you're
Yeah.
back in. No. Yeah. The good old days.
Were you associated with any prostitutes back at that time period of your life?
No.
How about while in the service?
Hmm?
How about while in the service?
Didn't have time.
What about in Kansas?
Hmm?
What about in Kansas?
No, I got married shortly after I got out of the service. No, I don't have a long history of this stuff, thank God. Short period of time in my life.
What do you think about stuff coming to you? I mean, you said you have a degree in psychology. Do you think stuff is going to come to you over time? Now that you've kind of opened this up for yourself and thinking about it more?
Oh, I'm sure. Especially with the 2 new cases. I sincerely want to open up 100%, but I got to admit, I don't know how much I'm going to let myself open up fully. Is how I've opened up to now is painful as hell. And indirectly, I've got a rough period coming up shortly.
What do you mean?
Inmates only go to the custody complex for 1 or 2 reasons. And I'm not a snitch, but I'm telling on myself. But nobody will know except for you all and I'm sure the staff around here. You know, inmates asked like the last 2 times, what are you over there for? And I went, you weren't invited, so none of your business. You know. Nothing to brag about, talk about, compare notes? Nah. Something I got to deal with in here.
So what about any resources here at the prison? Are you interested in anything like that?
Yeah. Yeah, they have, contrary to popular belief within the population, they got a pretty good medical, I mean, it's not the Mayo Clinic, it's not Sigmund Freud, but they have psychiatrists, psychologists, medical personnel.
Isn't that what brought your cellmate around to talk about his? Isn't that what brought your cellmate around to talk about his incident?
No,
Not to you, but to other people?
no, because like when you're from the same town, I first heard about Armitrot. It's not funny, but before I got here, they have a softball diamond. They have organized teams. And he picked up a bat and looked at it, and somebody in the bleachers supposedly yelled, "Trout, you know what to do with that bat?" And he killed his grandmother with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Yes, we talked about last time.
Yeah. Or if you want to upset somebody, even to the point of having a hard physical altercation, somebody like Emery Fudo asked me, "Hey, you still get greeting cards from your family?" Or Danny Porter asked him if he still celebrates Father's Day. He killed his own 2 kids. There's a way of provoking some hostile reactions.
Oh, I'm sure.
And some things you don't talk about. Some things you listen and agree. But things like this, now I haven't talked to anybody in here, whether they're trained staff, correctional officers, inmates, not even my family. They know nothing of what's been going on here.
And that doesn't interest you at all, talking to one of the doctors?
Yeah, I'd thought about it. I'll probably get around to it.
Okay.
Maybe they can help open some locked doors.
Right, they're the professionals.
As long as I have confidence that it's not going to be open to everybody. You know? This ain't a question. I don't know if the staff out here is fully aware of this. I'm sure they're aware of some reason why y'all down here.
Right.
Specifics, not that it doesn't matter, but they talk a lot.
Yeah.
And the staff being correctional officers aren't exactly above board.
Right.
They just busted somebody in my wing with cigarette tobacco taped underneath his trash can. And he sure in hell didn't go out to Quick Trip to buy it. One way it came in. You know, and staff members do talk about inmates. If you ask one directly, they'll, oh, we don't know anything, that's not our job. They do. They read files. They got to. You know, so they know how to deal with people to a certain degree. Even the most uneducated CO, square cook, recreation officer, whoever, doesn't want to hit somebody's butt in the wrong way. You know, like making a comment about Father's Day when they know why the dude is in here. Things of that nature. But this closed environment is a smaller scale of which you all live on the streets. Because it's like, there's things in here you worry about, and there's other things, I got it made over you all. I get fed 3 times a day and I got a roof over my head. I don't have to worry about going to the grocery store and not getting food for the family. I don't have to worry about waiting for a bus and having somebody come up from behind and cold cock me. To a certain degree in here.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, come to think about it.
It's a bus, too.
Yeah.
This is not a bus.
And as I know, people snap and go off on weird trips for whatever reason. I mean, case in point, why do people behave the way they do?
So you've named a lot of different examples of how one person could be provoked, in a way, to behave or act out, right? Because of a comment, because of something that someone else does. Did any of these victims have something in common that caused that in you at the time?
I wish I could answer that right now, maybe in time.
Okay.
But every human being experiences similar traits or stimuli. How you react to it is not always the same, even between biological twins.
Right.
You know, it's like,
Yet there were some prostitutes, you just had sex, took them out back home.
yeah,
Somehow
Yeah.
that, whatever they didn't do,
did or didn't do, yeah, it's like, or maybe it wasn't them, but it was me who did or didn't do something. Because you look at a picture, I had a professor say this once, that you take a group of people, they'll look at the same picture and say, what's the first thing you see? You see the totalitarian of the whole picture, but one thing's focused on.
Right.
What's normal, what's not normal. 2 classrooms, identical teachers, students, same courses, same everything. One classroom has 29 people that can see. One person's blind. That blind person's abnormal. Doesn't fit the normality. Across the hall, twins. Everything's the same. But 29 are blind and 1 can see. Now the one that can see is abnormal because it doesn't fit the normality. So there's similarities on everything, but everything's different. You know. Makes sense? Yeah.
would you always be willing to talk to us? Even if we rehash things we've already talked about.
This is the 3rd time I'm here, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I knew this. You get called out at different times for different things. And they call me out to the pod or the bubble.
Yeah.
And the correctional officers, they want you over to custody complex. I'm okay, let me get my grades on and not sharps. I knew what I was, you know, I could have refused.
Yes.
I don't want to find out what happens if I do. I talked the first time. Yeah. As long as you all come down this way, I'll talk. I mean,
And what about the letters? Is that something else you'll consider? Adding more letters?
oh yeah, yeah. Fully knowing that they're scrutinized here before they get mailed out.
Well,
It's just like when I got your letter. Anything that is directly or indirectly legal mail. Doesn't have to be from a court or an attorney, but law enforcement. You get called out and they open the envelope, take the insides out, shake it, and give it to you. And they don't read it. It's not opened in the mail room. It's opened in front of you.
Okay.
Now we can't even save the envelopes because of contraband coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, letters. I don't know if, maybe I can check with somebody. It doesn't make any difference really. But if I send a letter to the court, to an attorney, I can seal it before I put it in the mailbox.
Right.
Yeah. The letter I sent you is just, you write the letter, you put it in an envelope, you tuck the flap in and put it in the mailbox. They scrutinize them in the mailroom. It's not legal mail, I don't think. You know.
Well, it didn't take too long to get it, so.
A lot quicker than with the iPads we got. Last letter my brother-in-law wrote took 11 days to get to me.
Oh, because it has to go to Florida.
Yeah, I had to go to Florida and then they scan it, put it on a tablet.
So you get my mail quicker than
Yeah, regular mail.
family
Fast.
mail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Family.
Must have fed the Pony Express that day.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Anything you want to add that's on your mind? Anything you want to add that's on your mind that we haven't talked about?
Not right now, no. Except for I'm gonna have to go to the restroom and I prefer to do it in my cell. So hopefully this ain't gonna go on much longer right now. Whoa!
Time flies. We having fun.
Was this a bit of sarcasm?
Yeah.
Did y'all come down together? You have to share that burger.
Yeah, that. I'm,
Last
Why'd
chance
you
to
turn
eat
that
it.
down? That was
Last
breakfast
chance to eat it.
Biscuit. Breakfast.
What was your favorite fast food restaurant? Everybody has a favorite fast food.
yeah, when people.
Whatever's on my plate in front of me.
Nah.
No, I mean like when you before.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Where would you stop?
Oh, it depends on what. I was in White Castle Steak and Shake, IHOP, Denny's, family-oriented restaurant.
And what would be the go-to order at those places?
Basically, next time we come down, we want to bring you something. That's why we thought this would be good for you.
I'd rather pick up than dine in.
I don't think they're going to let us take you out.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll let us drive through.
No. No, don't bring nothing down.
Nothing? No candy?
Jelly beans?
No.
Jeez, I would
You
do
don't-
anything for a chili mac.
You don't have to, and don't take this wrong. You don't have to patronize me to get me to talk.
Well, I'm not doing that.
That's
You
not
don't
even
have to
the
bribe
rules.
me to get me to talk.
That's not even.
I appreciate, with all honesty, but
The way I look at it, if I was in your position, I would want something like that.
what
So-
position's that?
If I was locked up for 32 years
I can't go out and
and
get
I couldn't
one.
get a
Yeah.
chili mac from Steak and Shake,
Yes, we can.
Really?
They have different groups down here like 4-H, Restorative Justice, different organizations to get fundraisers twice a year.
And they'll do that.
We just went through one with a candy fundraiser, got 5 different kind of candies. They have pizza delivery.
really?
Oh yeah, imagine having a Pizza Hut and you get an order for 700 pieces.
Yeah.
I didn't know they did stuff like
I
that.
didn't either.
Yep.
So you've had some of that
McDonald's,
stuff.
Arby's, Long John Silver's.
So you've had all that over the years.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Canteen, you can buy big ass burgers, pizza kits, all kind of food, beverages, clothing.
Is that the canteen that's right over here
Yeah,
when we walked by?
yeah.
I'm gonna peek in there. Just curious.
They're coming out of a slump like on the streets that suppliers run out of stuff to ship. You know, normally there's 5 or 6 kind of ice creams, all kind of sodas, soups, bagged meats, potted meats. Maybe next time I remember, I'll bring a canteen list and y'all can have it. And buy all kind of clothes.
I would have never guessed that.
Yep.
Never guessed that.
You can buy t-shirts, boxers, socks, tennis shoes, sweatpants, hats, coats, towels, linens. Yeah. Yeah. TVs.
They don't supply that when the weather changes?
Yeah, you get so many state issue, but it's like you're allowed maybe 3 boxers, 4 t-shirts, 3 pair of socks by the state. Yeah, well, if you have the means, you're allowed 8 sets, including state. When I take a shower every day, I change clothes.
Right.
They've laxed off in years. We can buy laundry soap, do laundry in yourself. Years ago, you couldn't. Now you can't. It's a totally different, isolated world. But we have similarities to the outside. You know.
What's your bedding like? What's your mattress like?
Yeah.
You just have that thin piece of.
No, I'm due for a new one next month. But they're thick foam rubber, covered in plastic, and you get 2 sheets and a pillowcase, a state blanket, and you can buy a personal blanket. You turn them in once a week, get them laundered.
Is it comfortable?
After a few years, it's like, yeah. Right now, not really, because the mattresses collapse a lot,
Okay.
and they're all steel bunks,
Yeah.
kind of like the military.
Huh.
Imagine living on concrete and steel all your life. The chow hall's got the tables, they're round tables with 4 stools, all steel. The bunks are steel. The floors are concrete. The walls are black. You get used to it, you don't think about it. But occasionally when you get up in age and you get up in the morning, you do it really slow. Feels like you slept wrong. Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, I appreciate you talking to us.
I hope
If you-
I clarified some things, helped out a little bit.
But if you do think of something, make sure you write her. That way we can prepare to come down and talk
Okay.
about those things.
Okay.
The big thing that I got out of it is the coat hangers in the mattress. Because we never talked about that.
That's more than last time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's things like that, it's like, yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
We can let our bosses know that, you know. We can let the bosses know that, the prosecutor, that, you know.
It's not that I'm not trying.
We know.
Oh, we know that.
Some things are gone forever. I can't
Right.
guarantee I can remember every little detail.
So we discussed many details, for instance, like the girls in the pictures, how they were placed. You went, at least hopefully in your own mind's eye, you were going through those physical things like placing her in the trash can. That was an example.
And some of it recalling painful experiences like
Yeah. It really happened. Yeah. So-
There's a reluctance of talking about it. But if it helps everybody out, can't help me out no more. You know,
It does help.
it helped the day I think I first sat down. Reality touched home, because there it was. All this speculation of not if, but when y'all were going to come talk to me.
Yeah.
Get done over with now. You know.
And like the letter, it really helped because if you read it and then let it digest a few days, like we all did, and then you have other people read it, they digest it, and then you start developing questions about the things you say in there. So that helps. So sometimes having a little delay in the return visit helps.
Helps direct the path it goes. You know, which fork in the road do you take? As they say, if it's a spoon, you don't take a fork.
No.
What do you think? Chris, you good?
Good for another visit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gary.
He likes
How about
coming to
next time I come see
Potosi.
you?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll send a bus for you.
Yeah, we'll get a body bag ready.
No, we're not gonna do that.
Because that tall tower, every once in a while you can see, I've been on enough out counts where you see certain things, they don't have to be accurate. I mean, they got some lethal weapons they take along,
Oh, I'm sure.
big times.
Yeah.
And that electric fence does work.
Sure does.
When they first put it in, even the officers who go around to check it are very leery of it. And there's times that you can see the feet and the legs of a bird. Ain't nothing else left. Because when they hit it,
Yeah.
I
Really?
mean, it's like, yeah. Yep.
Interesting.
Has there been any inmates that tested it since it's been?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Yeah, because you hear about that. Yeah.
They've had some gutsy inmates, though, that out around the ball diamond and what used to be the soccer field, they had metal stands, like viewing stands you sit,
Right.
and they got rid of them because one inmate thought he could take it and lay it against the fence, maybe crawl over it.
True.
Had another one take parts of one and propped up the bottom wire on the fence and crawled under. And he got under the barbed wire and the electric fence, but he was hiding next to the building before he hit the last barbed wire. The vehicle patrol drove by. He goes,
Yeah.
"You're not supposed to be there."
Oh, no.
Let me go get him, Gary. Oh, I'm sure they'll let you go back.
Okay. Oh, it's starting to get old.
You want to finish your water?
No, I'm good.
No? All right.
I'm good. Since I lost my prostate, I drank too much water.